Raw. Crikey, it's another OBS tutorial. Raw. It's a mighty big Sheila. Let's tackle the drongo. Raw. Raw. Ooh, crikey. Raw. Blowing smoke up me ass. Raw. Crikey.
Raw.
Ooh, crikey.
Raw.
Crikey.
Raw.
Ooh, crikey. Other Australian vernacular.
Good day, dudes and dudettes, and a buon katamari damasi to you all. 2 years ago, I made a tutorial to fix OBS giving only a black screen when trying to record something. It was okay. It was missing something, Steve Irwin mostly, but also it didn't give a good solution that worked 100% of the time, which is the sign of a not so great tutorial. So this tutorial is version 2.0. It'll hopefully be more useful, and if it isn't, at least it has Steve Irwin.
Crikey.
1 out of 2 ain't bad. But let's take a step back. Why does it occur, particularly on laptops? Laptops have 2 sources of graphics, an Intel integrated graphics, which sits on the motherboard, and the dedicated graphics, which is either your NVIDIA or AMD card. OBS gets confused, the poor thing, so it will be reporting the output from the integrated graphics while the game is generally being rendered by the dedicated graphics, resulting in the black screen. OBS is recording the wrong source and hence sees nothing. So fix time. The first thing I'll say in this version 2.0 is that there are alternatives to OBS. XSplit Gamecaster is one. I haven't tried it myself, but I heard in forums it doesn't have this issue. It has pretty similar functionality to OBS. So links to XSplit are in the description below. This video is not sponsored by XSplit or anything other than Garnier Fructis. Garnier Fructis is a shampoo that makes your hair so good that my hair, quite independently of my own volition, donated $10 to Doctors Without Borders. I didn't tell it to do that, it was just being good. The other option is the Xbox Game Bar if you are using Windows. No comment here, try it, it comes free with Windows, so it's worth a shot. Bad fix time. Warning, do not do this. You can force OBS to work by disabling one of the 2 graphics adapters in Device Manager, which you can access by right-clicking the Windows icon. Why this is a bad idea is that you force everything, the game, OBS, and Windows, to use only one graphics source. Integrated graphics usually doesn't have enough power to run intensive games, plus OBS on top, and dedicated graphics are great for games, but in my experience are not optimal for rendering Windows things that integrated graphics can easily do. So by disabling one, you may experience the game to lag, or Windows may look weird, not to mention OBS crashes every time you enable or disable a graphics adapter. So if you have NVIDIA, the NVIDIA control panel is your go-to. In this software, go to Handle 3D Settings on the left, then you can change the drop-down menu from Automatic Choice to High Performance NVIDIA Processor, and click Accept. That should work on all software globally, but you can also go into the Programs tab and you can change the setting for individual software. So you can add OBS here and switch to NVIDIA Processor as well as for the game exe. If you have an AMD, you're probably cursing. Poops. Poops and farts. Don't worry though, as AMD has their own software too, creatively called AMD Software Center. Now when I first wrote the script for this video, the latest AMD software was called the Radeon TM software. This software is old now, but if you have it, you can do the following. Close your game in OBS, open the AMD software, click on System, then Switchable Graphics, then load OBS and the game, and select High Performance for both. If OBS doesn't appear or you want the same kind of control as the NVIDIA software, click on Home, then Preferences, Radeon Additional Settings, then Switchable Graphics Application Settings, then for OBS and the game select High Performance. So with the AMD software set up, restart both OBS and your game. It will force both to use the graphics adapter. The reason I talk about the old software is that AMD, in their infinite f***ing wisdom, removed this feature from the current version of the software that you can download from their site, which is called the Radeon Software Adrenalin 2020 edition. But don't worry, you can now do something similar in the Windows 10 settings as well, which I can do on my computer and demonstrate it working. So to record the OBS not working, I'm going to record the screen with my phone. Say hi Alex. Anyway, so I have OBS open with the display scene, which is not showing anything, it's black screen. And I also have Stardew Valley open, which if I add a game capture in OBS and select Stardew Valley, it also is recording a black screen. So I close OBS, I go into System, Display, Graphic Settings, and then select Browse to find OBS, somewhere in C Program Files. And then I select the power saving in the options. Now if we go back to OBS and we go back to our display in OBS, we can now see that we can see the screen. And if I go back to my game scene and select Stardew Valley, we can see that OBS is now able to record it. So there you go. Say bye bye, Alex. Fucking hate that dude. Okay, I hope this advice helps you as well as me in the future. If it didn't work or you have any questions about the fixes I mentioned here, feel free to comment below and I'll try and respond to you. Hopefully, at the very least, point you in the right direction. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next month, or probably after that, honestly. As soon as I switch the bloody microphone on, it starts to rain, every car just wants to drive past the window. It's like, I can't, were they waiting? Were they waiting for the microphone to turn on? I'm just confunded.